Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another segment or episode of Reviewing Shows with your girls, Alicia and Keywan. We are back again with another review. It's Sunday night. Hopefully, you got your drink, whether it's wine or water. Are you ready to talk about somebody's son? Season 1. We'll see if they get a season 2. But make sure you like this. Make sure you tell us where you're listening from and share this with your friend of a friend. And if you haven't watched the show, it's on OWN. And I believe it's on, is it Hulu? And a couple of other.
OWN and HBO Max, I think.
HBO
Maybe
Max.
Hulu.
HBO Max. So check it out if you have not checked it out yet. Do you want to say something first before I tell them about the show?
What's that?
So basically, if you haven't watched the show and you're just joining in to chat with us, I'm gonna give you the concept. So the show is called Somebody's Son, and it is about 3 different men who are looking for love, but the plot twist is that their mom is helping them. So each person in the house has the mom with them, and there's like 3 or 4 girls. One house had like 4 girls, the other houses had like 3 girls. And so basically the mom helps them like narrow down. There's a competition of like who wins at the end. Slight plug, I did interview a couple of them, Miranda in Chad house and Shambrielle in Josh's house. You all can check those out if you would like to after this video. But yeah, we're here to talk about it. The first house that we seen was Josh and his auntie, Miss Oma. The second house was James and Charlize, and then the third house was Chad and his mama Katina. So we're just gonna chat it up, talk about it, and let us know if you watch it or if you are going to watch it and your thoughts as well. And we're just gonna be chatting, telling our opinions, and you let us know what you were feeling like. So yeah. Hey. Hey, girl. Thanks for joining us.
Come on, cousin.
Yes, we love it. So, this is, if you see it online anywhere, this is kind of what the picture was, somebody's son. I don't quite know who these people were because they must have just been actors or actresses. I wish they would have used real people because that'd have been really cooler to like see it. I need to do a little bit better marketing with their shows and like how they're promoting it because Somebody's Son and even Never Ever Met was not really given for my taste or my liking. I feel like it could have just been a better rollout, but maybe they're just trying new things, So, Own, if you need a marketing person, reach out to me.
Hello.
But yes, let's get into it. What were your thoughts? We can just start with Josh and Oma house. The girls in there was Martha, Tamaris, Shambrielle, and Lexi. Yes, we could start with that one.
Okay. You want to know what I thought about the girls?
Yeah, like, or what did you think about? What did you think about the whole series in general? Then we can kind of go.
I actually thought it was good, but then there was that other part of me that felt like, why are we vying for men's affection? Why can't it be somebody's daughter?
Yes,
I'm just saying. But overall, I thought that it was good. It was lighthearted, and it was really lighthearted from Never Ever Met. It was lighthearted from Never Ever Met, and what is the other one I've been reviewing? It's the
Mayor Huntsville.
I'm about to tell you the name of the doggone show right now. Ready to Love.
Oh, Ready to Love. Okay.
It was very lighthearted, and maybe because the moms were there to make it just a little bit lighthearted, but it wasn't too much. It wasn't like dating shows where the women were like just doing the most and all over, just fighting over men, cussing. And I mean, It was different. It was very lighthearted. It was very different in my opinion. It
Mhm.
was. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I would agree on the lighthearted part, what you're saying, because when I think of Never Ever Met stuff like that, I'm like, then people are already in relationships. But so I feel like that's what it was so hard. And they was like, I feel like Never Ever Met wasn't really of a competition.
Never Ever Met's had me cussing every week.
Oh, and Somebody's Son was a competition, right? But I don't really think the women went into it as
Competitive.
so much, yeah, so much very competitive. I feel like it was just like okay, and then when you hear about like the timing and the production, it was just like okay, this is something cool to do. If I find something, I find something. I think people just like the idea of like, oh, I can find love. I can try to find something.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a little split of my time, and I get to be on TV. Like
Mm-hmm.
I don't think the stakes was high, and then also like it was the first season.
Yeah, I agree.
So yeah. Now we can talk about Josh and Mama Miss Oma. Say Mama.
Okay. So we know Josh was a football player.
Mhm.
Mama Oma, who was not his mama, that was actually his auntie, because his mom was in Nigeria and couldn't come to the States. So that's why Mama Oma was in the place of his mother. But I liked Mama Oma. I thought she was down to earth. Josh was okay. He was cool. It was just some things that was just for me really questionable when it came to Josh. But your preference is your preference. But I kind of clocked his preference. But yeah, Mama Oma was great. She was amazing.
Okay.
Amazing. I love Mama Oma. She never gave me problematic.
She didn't?
No. I think that because when you look at it in comparison to Mama Katina and Mama what's her name? Mama Charlize,
Mm-hmm.
she was not problematic. There are things, yeah, she was a little judgy in the beginning. She was judgy in the beginning. I'm gonna say that.
Yes.
But she was not the least
Judgy.
problematic as those two.
Mm-hmm.
And she did not select for her own personal from her personal standpoint. She selected for Joshua. Like she knew what Joshua wanted and she selected based on Joshua's wants and needs for her to be his auntie / mom. If that makes sense.
Yes.
So yeah.
So I would say you said problematic. I do. At the beginning, I thought she was kind of judgy when the girls came in. I do think she was judgy. She was like, "Oh, what did they have? Oh, what did they like?"
Right.
A little judgy, but also knowing like she's Nigerian, it's her culture, it's different things like that. And like she's an older woman, so I put that all in context. But overall, she was like the favorite one of the one because she was fun. She seemed like she was nice. Like she didn't give anything problematic after that. She gave like Josh, advice, tips. She seemed like she talked to the girl. She was cool. She hung out, and so she was like, it looked like she was like, okay, like I'm enjoying this or whatever. And I feel like that's also what gave it lightheartedness. Like they weren't like it wasn't so uptight. She's not like like this is what you need to look for. This is what like she wasn't really giving that. She was just like, okay, like okay, these are the girls. This is who you have. Moving. So yeah, we like Miss Oma. Now, Josh, I just don't know if he was there to find a wife or they just hit him up.
Girl.
Because he just kept talking about this NFL football career. And I'm just like, sir, it says you're a free agent. Like, what's really going on? And then for me, he wanted them to be so vulnerable. And he was just like,
he wasn't giving anything.
And it wasn't giving anything to the women. But he was mad that he didn't get something from other women. Well, sir, you didn't give me and then the last thing that you was vulnerable was about you being a football player. Boy, for what team? I never heard of you. No shade, no tea, but like
definitely shade because we have not heard of him. Okay,
I don't know.
I haven't.
Like it was just like, what are we really doing? He reminded me. Every time I see him, he reminded me of Kirk with them 3 earrings.
That's what I told her. That's what I kept asking. I was like, did he have 3 earrings?
Yes, he had boom in his ears. Yes, I swear he had 3 earrings. And that's what I say, no tea.
Oh my God.
Sir, like, what are we saying? And so to me, I don't know, and I did film with him, but I was like, it was kind of hard to figure out like his
Mm-hmm.
personality. Or like
Mm-hmm.
what he did, what he liked, because he was just like guarded. He's just like, yeah, I gotta open up, but then people knew him. But it's like, okay, you're a football player, but what else do you like to do?
Right. And I felt like the ladies clocked that on sight, that he wasn't guarded. I mean, that he wasn't, like, they had to pull things from out of him. And I
Mhm.
think that was an annoyance. That was one of the annoyances in the house. Also, I questioned Joshua because he kept saying, people want me for what I have. My question has always been, well, did you leave with what you have? Because it gave me, he led with, I'm a football player.
Mm-hmm.
Got what you got outside these ladies. And you tried to place this, you tried to place what you had going on outside of these women, these three women who have their own job, own careers, their own everything. Before you even came along, you tried to place this on their doorstep. That wasn't fair. Like,
Mm-hmm.
for me, like, I just felt like that wasn't fair.
Yeah, and I feel like the women came in all open minded and stuff like
They
that. They
did.
don't care about your job. They didn't know. They didn't sign up because they said the dude was a football player. They
Mm-hmm.
didn't sign up to say let's meet all the football players of
Mm-hmm.
the what are they in Houston? Oh, not even
The
Houston.
Oilers, the Texans. I'm sorry, it used to be the Oilers. I was tripping. The
Um,
Texans, the Houston Texans.
oh yeah, like didn't nobody say that's who they was going up against? Like this ain't football and like football and marriage. Like no sir. So I felt like okay, and so I was just like yeah, I don't really know like. He was all right, but I didn't really know his personality too
Mm-hmm.
much for real.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I guess we can talk about the ladies. Baby, when Martha came in, baby, she came in step, but she said, I'm from Nigeria. She said she thought they had got that in the bag. Okay, she got the bag. She was ready. I was cracking up. I was like, okay, girl, Martha. She came in. Um, and then I don't know who came in. Well, Martha came in last, but Shambrielle came in. Did Lexi come in first or did Tamaris come in first? Can you remember?
I don't remember which one
Yeah,
came
I don't
first.
remember. I do know Lexi was already there. Shambrielle. The maybe it was Tamaris. Or maybe Lexi and Tamaris already than Martha. Did you have a favorite?
Yes. Okay, so I tried not to be biased, but Sharielle really became my favorite just based on her aesthetics, based
Mm-hmm.
on, because guess what? She had black girl beauty. She was eating. And when she came in with that dress on, I was like, okay, dress. I think I said that in my review. I was like, she made me want to go to the gym. Like, she challenged me to want to get like girl. Okay, I wasn't mad at it. I
Mm-hmm.
liked Lexi, but Lexi seemed insecure.
Mm-hmm.
Tamaris is just quiet. Like, she's just one of those people that's quiet. Now,
Yes. Very hard to read.
yes, when Martha came in, I was like, okay, Martha is kind of giving. But
Mm-hmm.
Martha gave that energy like, I'm Nigerian, they're Nigerian, so of course I'm gonna win this. Like, that's how Martha came in, and I'm looking at Martha like, no, ma'am, I'm sorry, you gotta go home. I knew Martha was going home. It was something about her energy, and then even when, as they were talking to Mama Oma, those questions that Mama Oma was asking about how many, her just pleasing her guy, like, she was
Maybe I said too
trying
much.
hard. She was a try hard. Like, every woman, okay, all right, this without, y'all, I hope these other ladies not watch. Chambrielle, for me, was, I am who I am, and I'm going to stand on who I am. I'm not going to change. I'm not going to, like, she just was who she was through and through. And that's why she always had my top respect, like, hands down.
And that's what
Lexi, for me, led in her motherhood. It was like,
mm-hmm.
she led in her, she moved out of her insecurity because she saw these women. Because the first thing she said, she talked about, I guess, whatever somebody, I don't know whomever, but she talked about whatever somebody had on when they came in. Why?
Oh.
What she did when she said something, she made a comment about what one of the ladies wore. I just don't remember who.
Mm-hmm.
Tamaris was giving me, I liked her, but she just gave me like, I'm comfortable, but I'm uncomfortable. But I just, it was like stiff. Her energy was like okay, I'm gonna be safe. That's what I'm gonna call it.
Mhm.
Safe. Martha, baby, Martha came in like I'm Nigerian, so that's gonna get me all the way to the top. When
Mhm.
you clearly look at it and you listen to Josh on the first arrival of meeting the women, his pick, without him saying it, was Lexi.
Oh, it was Lexi.
He didn't say it. It was because when I'm looking at Josh and he was just very interested in Lexi, I was like, oh, he like lighter girls.
Mm.
And that's why I was like, okay, I'm not gonna say anything. I kept it to myself. I kept it to myself for weeks until I was like, you know what? Let me just say how I really feel.
Yeah, because even it was a little strange. Like, of course, he picked Chambrielle, but in the end, when he's like, "Yeah, I really want to pick you, but I can't," or something like that, to Maris, didn't he say that?
I didn't hear that part. Now, that part I didn't hear.
He didn't say. He didn't say. Or he said I would choose you, but I don't think.
Oh,
Yeah, he said I would choose you, but I don't think it's a good choice, or I don't think it's the right time, or something like that. Because then Tamaris was like, "Well, hit me up when you're ready, or hit me up when it's right, or something like that."
it was crazy. Like I didn't understand that.
Yeah, so I definitely did like Chambrielle. At first, you were like, "Okay, what's going on?" Martha, but so the thing about Martha, I was like, I don't know if it was because they were Nigerian, because I was like, I don't think she truly knew that they were Nigerian. Like, I don't think she knew that. So I think even if he was American, she would have walked in like that. Like, I think she just kind of that's just how actually like the Nigerian culture is. Like, they walk in like they think they're the baddest or whatever. Like,
Yeah,
that's just how
I
their
get
culture
it.
is. So, but I just thought that she was like, okay, but then she was like, maybe I shouldn't have said that, because it was like, how many times do you want to have intercourse or something like that? And she was like, every day or something like that. I think that's what she said. That was the
I wasn't
question.
mad at that.
Yeah, I think she said every day or whatever. And Miss Oma was like,
Like, what we
she said,
doing?
power.
I wasn't mad at it. If she was being genuine, then fine. But if she was being
Mhm,
disingenuous just to give Joshua a good answer,
mhm.
yeah, no.
Is that what it was given to you? That she was just giving them a good
I
answer?
think she was trying to win, and I think that's just what it was. I think, and yeah, because they are Nigerians are known to have this confidence that a
Yeah.
lot of us in this, we're not really taught. They're taught to have a level of confidence, and people mistake that for arrogance, and it's not. It's just a level of confidence that they were taught, and I'm not mad at that. And so that's why I was like, okay, I like her because she came in, but
Mhm.
then she was just like, it was just her energy. At the same time, while she gave confident, her energy also gave stank.
Oh, not
Like,
still.
girl, come on. Like, girl, I'm sorry. She just tried too hard. And I'm telling you, everybody was in a different space. Chambrielle was like, I'm going to be this through and through and through. The
Mhm.
entire, she never wavered.
Yeah, I can't remember when Lexi came in, so I don't really know what the interaction was. But baby, when they was here, when she was talking about she had kids, Josh was like not feeling that, or I heard he was not feeling that. So I was like, well, that's a deal breaker. You got two kids now. Two
Right.
kids? And I forgot how old she was. Tamaris was just quiet. And it's not to talk about her specifically, but I just know kind of women like, like real pretty light skinned women. I just noticed with like kind of them, it's like they are kind of quiet, or some of them women can be very, very quiet, and
Mm-hmm.
they lead with their looks, and that's nothing wrong with leading with their looks.
But
But
what
then
else do you have?
yeah, so but yeah, you have a personality, you don't have a personality, but then people are intrigued by your looks, but then it's like, okay, well then what else do you have, what else is next, or whatever. And so I don't know if, like you said, she might have felt uncomfortable,
That's
um
what she gave.
and she might have not wanted to talk about her stuff on there or whatever. I don't know if it was her image, I don't know if it was personal, like
Mm-hmm.
her personal life or whatever. But yeah, sometimes with women who are in general like pretty in general, like it's like, okay, so you're pretty, you're nice to look at, but then it's like, so what do you like, not what do you have to offer, I don't want to say like that, but it's like, okay, so like what are we getting from you, like what are you showing us, or who are you in general, like that. And sometimes you don't have like it's kind of hard to navigate that space. So I really didn't get too much from her. But I guess towards the end, when it was just her and Shamriel, I kind of got that she might have been interested in her, in him. And Josh listened, because I thought that was really cute. Josh taking her to like learn how to ride the bike.
Yes,
I don't
I
know how
thought
she
that was
it
nice.
would took me about 3-4 days, child. But I thought that was a really that was a really cute date. I was like, oh, that is so cute. Like it's a bonding thing that's like, you know, she wanted to learn how to ride a bike. So I was like, oh, that's really a cute date. And you can kind of see like the chemistry within that. He was feeling her and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I would say about that. Like Lexi, I really didn't know too much about it. Besides, yeah, she was saying that she was a mom, but I think Lexi was going in like, I'm looking for my husband, and because she's like, I already have 2 kids. Now I don't know if the 2 kids is by 2 different men or nothing like that. I don't know if she.
No, I think they were for the same guy. I
Guy.
think for me, when I look at Lexi as a mother, I felt like Lexi handled her business as a mother. I think that part was well put together. And even with her, she may have had a great co-parenting experience, but they kept trying to Josh and Mama Oma, kind of even the brother, cousin, whatever, whoever he was who came in later.
Yeah, he's like, she got 2 kids.
Yeah, and it's like they tried to make it seem like she would potentially have baby mama drama. And it's like, you don't really know that until you enter into her world. She looked like she really do have it together as a mom. I would never take that away from Lexi. But I think she led too much into that instead of just being herself. But sometimes when you're a mom, sometimes that's all you know. Like, that's all you, because you've been a mom for so long. And so you operate in a space of being a mother instead of operating in a space of, I'm Lexi. I am a single woman, and I'm a mother.
Yeah,
and, you know, wherever she works, or the hats, the other hats that she have. So that's what kind of brings me to her, like just saying how she left.
You didn't like how she left?
I didn't understand it. Like she just packed her bags. I guess she thought it was on instinct, but she just packed her bags and she was like, I was so confused.
You think she really
I don't know what happened.
You think she really packed her bags though?
Yeah, she packed her bags prior.
But do you think she really did, or she just said that? That's what I'm asking.
I believe she did. I believe when she said she did, I believe that.
And so my thing is, if she did pack her bags, and really, I think it's because that conversation with the family, like I think she already knew that the family was not feeling the 2 kids, or maybe her and Josh had a conversation. And I would say, I don't necessarily know if it's insecure, but I think she's looking at the women. She's like, well, I do have something stacked up against me, because I don't have, like, they don't have kids, so they don't have to worry about who's going with them or who's doing whatever. And because she kept saying like she's looking for a husband and stuff like that. So that's why I didn't know what her prior thing was. But like, she's looking for a husband, she's looking for a man. And Josh was kind of young. I don't know how old Lexi is. I forgot how old she is. But it was just like, okay, like how many times am I going to see this? And I don't know. We don't see everything. So I don't know if there were certain traits that maybe he was doing that she's like, okay, maybe not be a husband thing, or like if he wasn't like talking or doing something like that, or like maybe she's like, but I don't really, you know, think I should have a man, like, or this should be my husband or whatever. But when she was talking to his family, and I think that kind of like steered that conversation clearly, because they're like, oh well, she has to go. But even when his cousin like, well, she has 2 kids, then he's like, well, Shamriel's not his type and stuff like that. I was like, baby, the cousin is just saying stuff, child. Like,
yeah, I was like, sir, do you want to be on TV? Because that's what it's giving. Like, please get out of our face.
So I was just like, I don't know, but she probably did feel some type of way, and that could have led her to pack her bags. But you know, I don't know. People say stuff when they were mad, but then he felt some type of way, and he got mad, and I see his anger, because he was like, she said that I'm not husband material, I'm not this, I'm not. But I'm like, but are you though?
Right?
But are you husband material?
I don't think he was going to send her home.
Oh,
I don't think for it. If she wouldn't have done it like that, I don't think she was going to be on the chopping block. Yeah, she have 2 kids, but I don't think she was going to be on the chopping block. I think Tamaris was going to be on the chopping block.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
I thought you said that you. Oh, you thought Tamaris was gonna go home before Lexi.
Yeah,
That they didn't have that family outing or something.
that's the same day they had the family outing.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So what makes you think that? Because Lexi, I don't know if Lexi patched up ass, but they sent Lexi home for some reason. I thought it was because of the kids.
Oh yeah, but I mean, I knew she was gonna go home. I just didn't think Lexi was gonna win because of the kids.
Oh,
But
okay.
had she not had the kids, Lexi would have
One.
been
Is that what you said?
yes, and only because he is interested in more of a lighter complected woman.
Mm.
And when his cousin brother told Chambrielle, well, or said Chambrielle is usually not people he date, then my antennas really went up. Because what sent my antennas up, I told you, upon him meeting Lexi, that was his shoe in. When he found out she had kids, he was like, but he was still interested in Lexi.
Mm-hmm.
And then time went on. And then he was like, the second antennas went up was when his cousin was like, oh, Chambrielle is not somebody you usually date. Oh, you usually date a lighter complected woman. That's what
Mm.
and that's why I was like, okay, I don't think it's colorism, but you could, because you have your preference, like you prefer, and for him to have to go and sit outside with Chambrielle by that pool and to have a conversation with him, to have a conversation with her, that's when he really was in tune with Chambrielle. It was her mindset.
Yeah, no, that's
Carry
colorism.
herself.
It's
And
colorism.
huh?
It's very much colorism
Okay.
because
I don't want to be problematic in my, because
it's very much colorism because it wasn't just off the bat. You had to go have a conversation with her. You had to go talk to her. Like, oh, I have her mind. Okay, so now you like her mindset versus that's what I was saying with the Tamaris thing. Oh, you just think she's pretty. Okay, she's lighter. Or Lexi, you think they're pretty. And then Tamaris wasn't giving you anything, wasn't opening up. But then you see Chambrielle was open up to you or whatever. Then Lexi had the 2 kids. So I'm like, it's giving very much something.
Mm-hmm.
So
yep, clocked it day one.
That's how I feel. At first, I didn't even think about, honestly, when I watched it, I necessarily didn't think about colorism until I finished and I watched it. And when I thought about colorism, it was in Chad's house. Then when I seen that Josh and Chambrielle won, but there was not a lot of scenes in Josh's house all the time. Or we missed a couple of things. I was like, what is going on? Like, why are we so much focused on house 2 when they didn't win? So that's kind of what I seen. Do you have anything else for house 1? We could go to house 2.
I will say this. In house 1, I love how those 3 ladies got along.
Mm-hmm.
That for me was everything. And the fact that they didn't have to wear makeup, they didn't need makeup. All 9 of those ladies didn't need makeup. None of them. Okay, none of them. The makeup challenge. I get it.
I didn't like that they had to take off their makeup. Like, what are we proving?
Right. But I loved it. I love to see their bare face for me, because I didn't look from the show's perspective or maybe a producer's perspective, or for me, just as a woman, I was just like, oh my God, I was really enamored by all of those ladies when they didn't have on no makeup. I was like, okay, no makeup. Like, I kept acknowledging that.
It was tea.
Now, the one thing I did not like was that challenge, that money challenge. Like, what
money challenge?
Their money on the money they work for, their self-care, and how I think Chambrielle's was the most expensive.
Oh, and
you have Lexi, who was the least expensive, and it's like, Josh, are you taking her out because she's gonna like that? That's the one thing I did not like. You took Lexi out because her self-care was least expensive. And is that what you're looking for? Somebody that's not high maintenance? Like, I'm not mad at the high maintenance girlies, but I'm also not mad at Lexi for not, for keeping her, because she have kids. She considers the fact that she's a parent. I get that. But why are you picking these ladies?
Mm-hmm.
Why did you pick Lexi specifically?
Didn't he? I forgot what he said, but Lexi, how much was Lexi's? I don't know if you remember, but
it wasn't even $500. I don't think. She did her own hair. She does her own makeup. Like, everything. She doesn't buy hair because she has really pretty hair. So she either flat irons it or, she has that natural curly hair. Mm-hmm. So I'm just like, yeah, you picked her because she ain't gonna go in your pocket as deep as a Chambrielle would. But guess what? If you're with me and you came along this train and I was spending $2,000 on self-care a month, guess what? You're gonna keep that train going, Mr. Footballer.
Free agent.
Not me doing this, not basketball. Not me trying to make a play. It was all loud and wrong.
Flag on the play, okay? Flag on the play.
Like,
yeah, that's why because so much conversation about women don't need to do this, women don't need to do that. Oh, women ask women for this, women ask women. We don't know who paying their bills or whatever, but look to me like they're paying their own bills. So it's like, why are you talking about how much she spends on her hair and her care and maintenance? Because you're gonna be like, she's doing good, she's doing this, she's doing that. People where they get their clothes, they get their hair. Like, why are we worried about how much we spend on that? And who's going to come out of your bank account?
That's what I'm saying. I don't
really care for that challenge. Like, I would have been more on like, okay, let's do a rent challenge. Like, is we paying 50-50? Are we going 90-10? Like, what do you think the bank put in bills?
Give me 90-10, okay? I take the
give me 100 I need 100 okay?
That's it. You pay 100. I got 0, but I still got you. I got you. I ain't gonna I got you.
But like, I would have rather seen that than a makeup thing. Like, I was just like, okay, this is.
And why couldn't he display his budget?
Okay.
Like, we have a budget, but I'm sure you have a sneaker budget, which sneakers don't come cheap, especially those. And the ones that everybody wearing, those Jordans and those Nikes that cost $2+ $100. Haircuts is not even $10 no more. It's $50 and up.
Yes. I need to see a 401. I need to see an investment. He talking about how he had properties and he was trying to well, that's what he was telling Chambrielle, that he had properties. I need to see the properties. I need to see the bank statements. I need to see the deeds. Like, boy, don't do her. Like,
and she a whole realtor. I mean, I don't know if she's doing
Chambrielle.
I mean, her business.
Don't
looking for a house in Houston called Chambrielle. Okay,
call Chambrielle. We don't know nothing about Josh's properties.
No,
but no, I was like,
let us know what team he played for.
Yeah, like if we're gonna talk about finances, like we need to bring his up. He said this, and that, and that's just in general. Like let's talk about finances across the board. Let's just not come for the women, routines.
And let's not forget how you lied on these. You lied to them the entire time about what you really do for a living. Like it gave. Are you in between teams?
What did he tell them at the beginning? Because towards the end, he was saying, he was like, yeah. I didn't really tell y'all the truth. I said I was training, but I'm not training for something. He was like, I'm not training for a race. He's like, I'm really like a football player.
And it was like, what? Like, for me, it gave, who are you?
Because they didn't know him. Like, boy, humble yourself for real. But I was just like, what did he tell them in the beginning? I didn't even understand.
I don't remember.
I don't remember. And so it's like, you lie. How you gonna start off with a lie, child? How you gonna start off with a lie? So
before we move on, I will say this: the other challenge, the photo shoot challenge, I actually liked that one. I liked him and Chambrielle. It's just that when they was doing a photo shoot challenge, the women were feeling uncomfortable, especially when they kissed. I was like, it gave chemistry.
Me too. I thought it was really cute. Yeah, I thought it was really cute. It was just right there, gave chemistry. Yeah, I do. But I do feel like it was kind of weird to like look, and I think Lexi was mad because she went first. She's like, "Well, dang."
Yeah,
I
she
was
did.
like,
But theirs was cute. It
and
was
the
fun.
man was over here making comments. She's like, "Don't kiss me after your Uncle Chambriel."
She did because he did try to kiss her, and I was like,
Yeah.
"Sir, you
Hold
just
the
want you to
bullshit.
know this is not
Girl,
flavor of love, okay?"
okay, like what's going on? And I was just like,
Flavor of love.
but I thought it was a cute thing. But I was like, maybe they should
It
have did
is.
it like separately. Like maybe the girl shouldn't have seen what
Yeah,
they
because
did.
that's uncomfortable.
Yeah, but they probably did it on purpose just to get the reactions. But I don't think the girl should have been in there when they was taking the photo shoot. Like, no,
Yeah.
that's kind of weird to me. But yeah, all in all, Shambriel and Josh, they did win. If you did not, spoiler alert,
Mm-hmm.
they won.
Mm-hmm.
They that was somebody's son that she found for a house.
Mm-hmm.
And spoiler alert, none of the other houses had any matches, so we had to start with the bang with the house, and now it's just gonna go downhill.
Yeah,
I don't know if
because we about to get on some people.
okay. So the next house is James and Charlize. Okay.
Do do do.
This was the second house. Um
Girl,
James, was he an engineer?
I think he was
Yes. And Charlize is maybe an entrepreneur. I'm not really for sure.
overbearing.
The people in his house was Sabernet, Alicia, and Bravon. Am I
Yes.
missing somebody?
Just the one who went home.
Yeah, who was that?
Wasn't that the one you interviewed?
Chisholm.
Oh, Chisholm. That was it Chisholm? Yes. Okay, you're right. It was Chisholm.
Mhm.
I vaguely remember Chisholm.
Yeah, she went home the first day, but I don't even know what she went home for. I don't even know what the challenge was.
I
I am
don't.
trying to interview somebody at this house, but we're gonna keep it on the low because first I gotta get the interview snatch. But it wasn't Chisholm though; it was somebody else though. So
Okay.
fingers crossed. Yeah, and I don't even know why Chisholm went home. I don't even know what the challenge was. So yeah, I don't know what the challenge was for why
I
she went.
thought it was the money challenge, but I think that was over at the next house we're gonna talk about. But I really don't remember why Chisholm went home.
Yeah, neither do I. So Chisholm went home. So it was four. Now
Mm-hmm.
we have Sabernet, Alicia, and Bravon.
Mm-hmm.
James and his mama I feel like they were close. I feel like they had like
Yeah.
a pretty decent relationship.
Mm-hmm.
His mom definitely had a strong personality,
Mm-hmm.
and she like was very peculiar and particular on like how she felt about
Mm-hmm.
certain women, and that's just kind of my vibe from it when I think about it. I don't
Mm.
necessarily know how James is in general. His mama made comments, but I don't know how he is. I don't know who he is. I don't really know if we got to see the men's personalities a lot.
No,
I feel like
not
we got to
much.
see women's a little bit, but I don't really feel like we got to see the men's personalities. Or that just could be men's personalities, but I don't really know personality that much. Like you can know who they like, you can know who they're mostly interested in, how they but I will say he stood up to his mama and I like that. He did
Yeah,
say
he did.
a
Sorry.
couple of times. I did like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I just don't know if I like figured him out as much. But yeah. And I don't like that one comment he said, I don't know. He was like blaming his mom, and I said, "Baby, child." I said, "Baby, they blaming their mamas on this. Like, it's so easy. Like, they was like, well, my mom. Well, my mom. It ain't your mom. It's you."
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't really care for that, um, because I was just like, no, stand in who you are. Like, don't
Give
be
me
lying.
1 second. I'm listening, but just give me 1 second.
Okay, yeah. So I was like, don't be lying out here on your mama.
Ciao.
And and yeah, so the three ladies that we're probably going to talk about more is Sabernet, Alicia, and Bravon. Sabrinae was a little quiet to me. I didn't really hear much from her until like kind of the end. But I think really feeling James because after their goals challenge, there was a challenge of like um who they like match with or whatever, like goals and dreams. So it was like God, faith, family, whatever. So like they matched up really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
And so I feel like we got to know a little bit more about her from then. But then there was, oh, maybe was it the makeup challenge? Is that when Bravon left? After the makeup challenge?
No, she left after the function. I think
Oh,
Ravon left because her mom
her
came.
mom did come. Yes. Oh,
Yeah.
they brought the mamas there. They brought
Yes.
the moms. I don't know if the other family there. I don't know if they brought everybody's mama there. But yes, yes, they did. And I didn't really like how they tried to play Bravon like she talked so much. That's so rude. James was like, well, you do have a lot to say. I said, oh, that is rude, Bravon. Let her talk. Cause you quiet. Let her talk. But it made it.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a monologue, whatever it's called. Of
They
like,
tried to they tried to play her.
yeah,
Production tried
her
to play her.
talking. I was like, no, that's rude. But I think she had the cheapest. It was either her. She had the cheapest makeup. Ravon
She
has
did.
$20. She
Her
said
and Lexi was running neck and neck.
You said what?
Her and Lexi was running neck and neck.
Because she was like her nails. She does them. And something else. Oh, she does something every 2 weeks, her eyebrows. But I was like, yeah, to
Mm-hmm.
your point, but Lexi needed to Lexi's probably like penny pinching or saving her money so that she has money for her children.
Mm-hmm.
That's not fair. But I don't know. Oh, Bravon was saying that she was saving her money for something.
Mm-hmm.
I still remember that. I don't know what she does. I forgot.
Yes. She said that she rather have money saved than to do all of the things and you know not have it. I get it. So I wasn't mad at her.
Yeah, but I was like, I just got my nails done. They was $85, baby. So I don't know. I'm like,
I go right on Amazon.
oh, well, these are my birthday nails because shout out
Oh, come
Italy.
on, nails.
So yes, I got my nails done. But I got my feet and my hand. So
Okay.
it was 85 together. It sounds a little better when I say it like that. But I'm just like in a month, it's expensive out here. That hair, like it's expensive or whatever. So that's surprising. But she was like low maintenance. And I don't like this argument either, like low maintenance versus high maintenance women or something like that. Like,
Mm-hmm.
okay,
Mm-hmm.
that's what you did. People like you can't afford it. It doesn't matter how much she pays for the stuff. Why are you worried about it when you don't even pay for it?
That's what I've been saying. That's what I've been saying. Now, I like the ladies, but let's keep it all the way 100. When James opened that door for Alicia, it was over for not Sher, it was over for Bravon and Charlotte. What's her name? Sabrinae.
Sabrinae.
It was
It was over for them.
He saw. Come on, because let's be clear. Alicia, all the ladies were beautiful, but Alicia was extremely beautiful. I'm not saying nobody didn't look. Everybody was beautiful, but Alicia had that star power. She gave face. Her face card did not decline. And when Mama Charlize saw her, baby, it was on from there. She did not. And I mean, it was her mission in life. Because she did not want James with him because these are the type of women that he always go for.
And she said that he be bringing rescues homes. I said that is so
That's her
rude.
opinion. Right.
Yeah.
That's based on your opinion because it doesn't work out. The point of dating is you meet somebody, it may or may not work. You move forward. You know, you give yourself time or however, depending on how the relationship went. They're young people. They are young people. Now, when Alicia did came in, she gave my face, give me everything, and I'm gonna keep it. And I told you I was gonna bear it all out here. Her face, she have face, so she get off of her face. She get off of her face. Let's call it a thing.
Pretty privileged.
She get off of her face, and she came in like, I'm here because I want to be taken care of. I want to be a pampered princess or a pampered queen, but I got to maneuver around this lady right here, around the mama. The mama just wasn't having it. She wanted Brevon or Sabrinae. And I think that's where they disconnect. Him and his mom, that's where they disconnect. They disconnect from you know that's not my type. You know my type.
Mm-hmm.
And I will say that his mom knew his type.
You think
But
so?
yeah, because she knew Olivia was something he was going for. But instead of you picking for your son, you was picking what was best for you. And I didn't like that because it's called somebody's son, not somebody's mom. Because if the shoe was on the other foot and Ray George and Willie came in, okay, it wouldn't have been, you would have been like, no, pick Willie. I like Willie because he's smooth, you know, and he would have picked one-eyed, two-teeth, one-legged George. For you, you would have been mad. Like, we're not gonna do that.
Oh, that would be so funny if that was switched. Like,
yes.
if somebody's mama, like the dudes have to pick something for their mom. God. That would be hilarious.
Girl, then what irritated me is Alicia is not a person that moved off of her spirituality. Mm-hmm. Brevon, we didn't really get, I think she did. Sabrinae, to me, Sabrinae was, I'm going to be calculated and I'm gonna go with this. Like I'm gonna follow the cues to get what I need to win this. I'm sorry, that's what Sabrinae gave me. She she knew that James' mom liked her. That's why she snuggled up to Charlize rather than snuggled up to James, because she felt like Charlize was the one who held the cards to keep her in the loop. But it was what James wanted ultimately. That's why Alicia couldn't go home, and that's why she was pissed. Charlize was getting it wasn't a visible angry, but she was getting aggravated later in the episode.
Pretty visible, I think. And I just didn't like that Charlize could try to call her for the streets because she was like, she works in the nightlife. Like, at the end of the day, how much ever she makes her money, whatever she does, like, she doesn't have any kids. Like, she's living, she's making her money.
And she young. She had two jobs, right?
Yeah, she had two jobs. Like, the girl out here getting money. Like, I don't understand what was wrong with it. So I didn't really care for that. But I will say that I did like James because he stood up for Alicia. Like, when she made like, oh, you think it sounds like your mom is your God? I was like, whoo. She was like, yeah, that's kind of hard. And so he always stuck up for her. And it's like, I mean, is it attraction? I don't know, because we saying these girls are light skinned. So I don't know if it's preference, colorism, or attraction, child. Tell me whichever words y'all think it is and how y'all make it whatever y'all want to make it. But with Brevon, I know I didn't really see nothing wrong with Brevon. I was like, she talked, but then I did actually like when Charlize was like, you're enough on your own. Like, I feel like she poured into Brevon, but that could be also because she liked her. But she was like, no, like, you don't have to prove yourself or whatever. And then when Brevon's mama came to her mama said the same thing or whatever. And so I think it was kind of sad to see that you literally seen Brevon shrinking herself on TV.
Yeah, and I think she felt like insecure next to those ladies. Yeah, she felt like she couldn't compete. And I think that took a toll on her.
You said what?
I think it took a toll on her.
Yeah, and because it's like, okay, like even me, because I know I talk a lot or whatever. And Jenna's like, okay, I talk. Are you not trying to get to know me or whatever? Like, I'm not saying I'm gonna talk to movies or whatever. But yeah, I think she's like, she talks movies. He's like, oh yeah, I could tell. Like, what do you mean?
Right.
So I'm just like, I feel like she strung herself, like she didn't talk, and so then she was just quiet. Yeah. The whole time in the kitchen later and this later, like, yes, I feel like she shrunk herself, but that's why I like that Charlize was like, no, you don't shrink yourself for nobody, like you are who you are. And then her mom came and like they validated her feelings and stuff like that, and I was like, great, she can find a man who's going to love her, who's going to enjoy that she talks a lot and stuff like that. And quite as it's crap, I be hearing that the dudes who don't talk a lot love the women who do talk a lot.
Yeah, because it makes up for them not talking.
It makes so I don't know, but I don't know if James is a talker or not really for sure.
Yeah.
On what he do or how he move, but I did like that part. I feel like that was very like kind and like motherly when she like took time out of her, like, you know, like stepped out of her, like, I'm here for my son, and I was like, let me pour into you. You didn't care for that.
I mean, what she said to her was really, really nice, but I wish you would have gave Alicia that same grace. Now, you met this lady with judgment. I will say this about Brevon. I liked her. I don't think James, and if we're gonna be fair, I don't think James gave her or Sabrina much to work with. I think he put all that energy over here where he really wanted to be. And he wanted to be over here with Alicia. Now, at first, I kind of wasn't feeling Alicia because she came in on that energy like I don't have to do much because I know he gonna pick. I got that, and I was like, ma'am, no, you're gonna have to do something.
You gotta do what I say. The girls pretty, they don't think they gotta do anything.
I get that, and that's fine. But for some men, for some people, that's fine. But come on, like you can't. Your pretty is not gonna get you everywhere because even when they were doing the challenges, remember when they went to the paintball challenge?
Mm-hmm.
She couldn't even talk to James. Like it was like you was waiting on him to tell you what to do. But then Sabrina got in there and James wasn't even listening to Sabrina. Sabrina took control. And he was just doing, and I think he was moving on cue with Sabrina, but when Sabrina was talking, he wasn't listening. But then when he was in a paintball challenge with Alicia, he had to give her instructions. She was the damsel in distress. She wanted to be the damsel in distress. And I'm just like, girl, come on. Like, this is a game of communication.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, and they were like, well, if you can't communicate, then it's like, should we even be together and stuff like that or whatever?
Like, I don't know, girl. She was pissing. I'm sorry. She was aggravating my song. I was like, talk,
say something, literally.
But James is pretty, and James like something that equally matches him in the moment until he grow up, and that's just what it is.
So he grows up.
Yeah. Oh no. He stood up to his mama. Like, but let's be all the way clear, James, because clearly, I'm not gonna knock Charlize, even though she aggravated me. She was not wrong on her assessment on Alicia. She wasn't wrong. But
she's wrong. She doesn't know the girl.
She don't know her. But Alicia did give. She gave. She really did. When I seen her, she was like, okay, the fact that we gonna use this, and the fact that I feel like I don't have to do nothing, and I can't be mad at that. But at the same time, James definitely needed some growing to do because if you're looking for a partner that's going to meet you halfway.
But I don't know if I agree with that because he had the women like you said. So we're gonna say Alicia didn't lead with spiritual. We don't really know like what she is. She's close with her mom, but he had the Sabernets, he had the Brevons, and it was just like the guy when they did that whole like those. You said what?
Chemistry.
Yeah. So he had the chemistry with her, and I'm like, you have chemistry with them. But then Sabrina kind of showed the chemistry towards the end when he picked her for that one thing. Then they were like kissing or something like that when they went out on the date. I was like, oh, okay, like you didn't think there was nothing there?
No, because she asked him for a kiss.
You didn't like that?
No. When she went in there, she asked him for a kiss. When he went on a date with yes. He asked her for a kiss. He was courting her. He was going after her. He didn't give them that same. He didn't give them that same
energy. But I felt like, when she asked for that kiss, he's like, "Oh, okay." Like I thought maybe something might have been there or whatever. Because he was like, "Okay, yeah, you want to kiss or whatever." But the thing is, he still picked Alicia, and Alicia said no.
Yeah, but that was based on that mama.
And it was. And so the show is based on Somebody's Son. And baby, Alicia was so mad. Alicia wrote that letter. I said, Pierce, she said, Dear
Yeah.
Shirley, I was on the
And
floor.
I thought what she did was amazing because she said that she has a hard time, like, articulating or expressing herself
Mhm,
without writing stuff down. I thought that she was clear. I thought that she was
mhm,
concise, and I thought that she was to the point. And what irritated me, because I'm gonna just use that word, was when she invalidated that girl's feelings and
mhm,
like, you don't like her. Say
mhm.
that. You didn't like her. It made me feel like, ma'am, did the daddy his daddy, did he cheat on you with a woman that looked like Alicia? Like, that's what I was thinking. I was like, girl, why you don't like this? Like, you don't know her.
You don't know
Like,
her.
why don't like I liked Alicia because she started growing on me. I
I
liked her
thought she was
because,
real. Like she was just real and
yeah,
honest.
she was honest. And it's like, just because I don't I don't go to church, because you see have a lot of people who sit in church and they ain't spit. Okay? SPIT. They ain't spit.
And clock this though. Clock this. Olivia had the highest bill for makeup for the beauty.
Alicia though, right?
Yeah, Alicia did. James didn't bite. Like he didn't even care.
No, he didn't. He
But
liked her.
listen to this. But then to your point, Josh House, Shambrio had the highest, and then went with Lexi on the date.
Mm. Wait, who did James go with on the date for the bill? I
I
want
think he went with Bravon. Was it Sabernet? No, Sabernet was the ghost. I was it Bravon?
no, because I think she wasn't happy about it or
Bravon?
something. I don't think.
Then it
Oh
must
no,
have.
the photo shoot. It was Alicia. Alicia was the
Oh
photo
yeah,
shoot.
yeah. So the next
Um,
one, remember, was it Bravon or did they not? Did nobody go on the date after the makeup thing? I
I
don't know.
don't remember. I wish I can remember that, but it was just, she was like, and you talked about my tattoo, and she was like, I
Yeah,
didn't know you had a tattoo. I was like, lady, could you be even more childish?
it was
Like,
like very. It was very rude and very. She was
it
very
was.
defensive. It was
It
very
was. She was
defensive.
very
And I'm
defensive.
like, she literally wrote everything you did to her, and you
Mhm.
can't even apologize and say like, "Hey, I'm sorry, I made you feel this way. Hey, I'm sorry."
Oh
That
no, she did apologize. She
no.
said, if I offended you, ma'am,
Yeah.
this lady just told you you offended her. So when you add the word if, that is not a real apology. An apology
Mm-mm.
just simply goes, I'm sorry for offending you. I did not mean to do that. I did not mean to make your experience the way that you've been experiencing me, blah, blah, blah. But for her, she was just like, if I offended you. And then she did what most people do when you know you wrong. You ran to your son and tried to place it on that girl's footstep and tried to make this situation her fault. And ever since then, I've been on Charlisa's neck. And I hope her neck hurt, because that's how hard I've been on her neck. Okay? She
Shut
was
up.
like,
But that's the thing too. Also, like we can even talk about it. I'm gonna add religion in a sense because I'm like that's why
yeah,
people are also they don't want to say that they're Christian. They don't want to say that they're religious or whatever because like when
yeah.
you act like that as a Christian woman that she says she is, why are you so judgy? Like
Not
why
that
are you
she says
judging
she
her?
is.
You don't get to know her. You didn't really get to
Mm-mm.
like you know her in a sense from the show or whatever, like the thing, but like you didn't even give her a chance. You didn't give an open mind. And if you want to be like that motherly figure or something like that, how about you showing you lead and you go in love instead of being so
You're
rude and
not.
nasty? Because at the end of the day, if your son likes her, he literally tried to get with her. It was only because of you that she said no. And it's
Right.
like, that's why sometimes people like don't even want to go to church or don't even believe in Christian because people are so judgy and rude and stuff like that. But it's like, no, you should be loving. Like you should be wanting to take her under your wings. Like, and say if she didn't, she might have not grown up going to church. Everybody doesn't grow up. Like I told it to my dad, like everybody doesn't grow up going to church. Everybody has
Mhm.
different things. Everybody has different
Yeah.
ways. So you could be the person that shows her and like, guides her in there. And it's like you lost that relationship and you lost that opportunity to
Mhm.
be I don't want to say like her way to religion, like, I don't want to say her way to Christianity or whatever, but like you kind of lost that like discipleship, I should say, because like
Mhm.
you kind of literally just how you said it, like shit, her, like you,
SPIT.
yeah, you just feel her. And so I feel like that was something too. Like it was just like disheartening. Is disheartening
It
because
was.
you said like Oma, she was judging a little bit, but then she like came around and she
We
was like,
embraced everybody.
yes.
It
And
wasn't
then
a favorite.
this house, and then she's like, so just, and it's like honestly, like these are young women. No matter if she's in a nightlife, no matter what she is, you
Mm-hmm.
don't even know her goals or her future. Like no matter what it is, these are still young black women on this TV show, and
Yeah.
you were just SPITing them, and I did not like that because it's like you didn't have to go so hard, and
Mm-hmm.
also it also shows a little bit about you and then your son because if you wanted this, if he wanted this type of woman, basically you want him to find a you who you are, right? But
Yeah.
there's also reasons why maybe he don't want that.
Right. Because you act like that. Like,
And
you
he
act
was
like
like,
that.
whoa, mom. He was like, whoa, mom. Like that was even mean, like that was taken back. Like that was like, whoa,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
everything was edited and different things like that. So I don't know what it was or if it's true or not. But like there's also reasons in that. And then that's why sometimes I'll be like, if I don't get along with your mom, then I can't be with you because that's like a big thing to me. Like mother-in-laws, like from hell, I don't want them.
Because I will call your mom a bald head to her face. Let
I
me
would
ask
call
you.
Laura to her face, but
Yes, I will. Didn't now I and I don't want to place this on nobody. Didn't Miss Charlisa say she was a cancer survivor? Or and the
she,
fact that Alicia took care of her mom, who was
yeah,
a cancer survivor. I think it was they both
for two
equally.
years or something.
Yeah,
Didn't she?
and I think it was equally both breast cancer.
Now I
Like you
don't know
could,
what Alicia Mama had.
I know it was cancer,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like I know I thought I heard her say that, but for you not to even have the empathy, and for you to say, she was like, well, my mom knows the word, so whenever I need something, I talk to my mom, and instead of you taking it for what it is, you decide to tell her, oh, you make your mom your God, and I just was like, okay, lady, like I was oh, I was irritated. Like,
Once she learns to work through her mom, that's what she does. Like she,
yeah, that's who she trusts to give her the word. You
yeah.
trust a stranger on the pulpit and shot. I mean, I'm not no shade to because if you know me, you know me. But you trust somebody on the pulpit to give you a word, and she trusts somebody who gave birth to her. Who read the word to give her the word. So do you make this person your idol, or is it different for you?
Because let's talk about there's a lot of idols in church, but I'm weak how you said a stranger in the pulpit.
Girl, because she just irritated me. She just picked because she kept picking at this girl and she kept picking her apart. And she tried to compare her to what's her name? I mean, not Bravon, because Bravon had left at this point. Sabrina. There is no comparison. There are two different ladies.
Completely different.
And I just felt like she was being crass. I felt like she was being rude. And at the end of the day, it showed to the very end when Alyssa, what's her name? Alicia? She turned James down, and James looked like he just wanted to cry. But I still blame you, James, because again, you may have taken up for your mom in that moment, but you don't know how to stand up to your mom. You need to tell your mom, you need to mind your business. I suggest you go find you a bag of business and stay out of
I feel like he could only do so much because the show was called Somebody's Son. So
I feel like you follow them in their real life. But when because I think she knew that he was going to pick Alicia. And I don't think she liked it. So when she found out Alicia decided not to select him, she was in that car and she got on her high horse and she was like, oh, that's her loss. No, lady, that's your son's loss.
Yes, when he got into the car with her,
she hand bumped him and it gave, I'm hand bumping you because I did my job. I got rid of her.
Into the car with her, and she was like, well, how was it? And then he was like, she said no or something like that, right?
Heifer.
Yeah. He said that Alicia said no. And then she's like, Wasn't she like, I told you or something like that? I feel like it. But I wonder if
You
Alicia
said
was like,
something smart.
yeah, I wonder if Alicia would have said yes, what happened. But like, it was because of your mom. Because I feel like Alicia might have said yes, but also I don't know because she might have liked James, but he might have not been her cup of tea either. Alicia,
And I think when you look at Alicia, she seems like the type of young woman that I'm going to choose my peace. Because if I get in this situation, it's not going to be conducive for both me and him. So I decide that I want to choose my peace in this. And for me, I was extremely proud of her. I was extremely proud of her. But that mama of hers, and I think that's why they were trying to go on a whirlwind interview, because that mama she was not right. She was just like one of them typical people that she's a reason why people in this, nobody shouldn't be a reason why you don't go to church and serve the Lord. You serve the Lord, you go in there to get your word, and you go home. But she is one of those reasons because she was nasty. That is not the fruit of the spirit, lady. Okay? I mean, they said long suffering is one of the fruits of the spirit, but ma'am, you are insufferable. Okay? I just
come on to the podcast, girl, if you got something to say.
Come on, because I got questions. Okay.
But I think that is low key why they were on the video. Like they had so much airtime. Because if you look at it, like how I said, that house, Josh and Oma had less airtime, but they had the winner. There wasn't that much like friction. But if you look at it, there was friction with James and his mama because of who they wanted to choose. And I feel like they showed that more. Like it was like, I don't know how long the episodes was, like 45 or 50 minutes. And it was like 30 minutes of showing like James and his mama. James, like every episode. There was a couple episodes I feel like we didn't even get to see Josh and Oma. So
right. Because I was like, I think it was like 2 episodes. I didn't see them for like 2 episodes, and then they came in that next episode. Like you may have seen them in the first and second one, didn't see them in a couple more, and then they came on. But I think all the explosiveness was in those last 2 houses.
Yeah, so we're gonna get to the last house with Chad and Katina. This third house was very, very interesting. You want to start, or you want me to start?
On Chad and Katina.
Yeah,
you could go ahead and take the floor on that one.
Okay, so Chad and Katina. A little bit about them. Their dynamic was very interesting as we watched the episodes. But the first episode, I felt like Katina was kind of tough. I don't know if it was judgmental or what, but like she didn't really care who he was. She cared more about who she wanted. And she would make certain comments like when Jasmine came in. Oh, actually, Jasmine came in and Jasmine won the one as at the end, which is hilarious. Jasmine was like 25 or whatever. She just traveled from somewhere. And then Katina was like, well, she's not stable. I'm like, the girl's 25. Like, what do you want her to be stable at? Like, she's just living. And then she didn't like Miranda's comment because I guess she felt like she was going to hide some money or whatever. But Miranda was just being honest about what she's seen. And so I just feel like Katina was like making comments about certain things that really didn't really like fit the whole scenario. But then later on, I seen that Chad and Katina was not getting along because she sent Miranda home, but Chad really wanted Miranda. Chad was actually kind of sad, like salty a little bit. And so then we found out that like Chad and his mom didn't really live together. He lived with his dad. And then Katina had the nerve to say something like, oh, she wasn't raised in a 2-parent house or whatever. Chad was like, well, I wasn't either. Like my parents were split. So I was like, it was a lot of like comments like that really didn't sit well with me. Like, how you talking about them when you didn't have your son for whatever reason? You didn't have him in your house. She want to say because she wasn't from a 2-parent household. I don't know. Don't quote me. I don't know if it was Jasmine or Paige. To be quite honest. But it was Paige. Okay. So yeah. So that's what I would say about that first part of the episodes with Chad and Katina. You can add if you would like.
Okay. Who? I did not like Mama Katina on site.
Oh,
okay. Not on site. She grew on me, but on site, no. because you my whole thing was when she said that Chad moved away. And I'm thinking, well, maybe Chad will go home for the summer. But Chad was like, she don't know nothing about my love life. He's never introduced her to a woman. So I'm sure that daddy was, who saw whomever she was dating. And I felt like if there was a woman with his dad, that's who probably seen the women that he were dating, the type of women that he liked. Why not bring her on the show? No, you decide to bring your mama on the show. Your mama don't even know you like that, not in that capacity. And she's trying hard to learn him in that capacity. I was like, she was trying so hard because even when she felt like he wasn't even good enough for Lauren, like she felt like he couldn't handle a woman like Lauren. And it was based on some of the comments that she was making. Again, the Mama Katina that I got towards the end, I was here for her. Like, she a good time. That's what she gave me. She had to really probably open herself up. And I think when you first on cameras, you come off one way, and then when you get used to it, everything else change. I forgot. I know she liked Paige, but I thought, now I could be wrong. I thought she liked Paige because Paige was the chocolate girl. She was a chocolate woman. And I don't know. That's just me. This is just me guessing. But when it came to Lauren, she immediately took to Lauren. I just thought that Chad was a good guy because that's what I was totally wrong about Chad. Like, I gave him, I was like, man, he come off like this. He seemed like a good kid. That was my perspective of my opinion of Chad. But yeah, all of that started to change. It actually, towards the end when Paige was leaving, I had to put off my review because I started crying.
What?
And so when I did the review, I think I was crying in the review. But she made me cry because around that time, there were, the situation I shared, you had to choose you. I had to choose me. And that's what Lauren did. And even when Lauren left, I cried because I'm crying as one woman from another who's deciding to choose themselves over a guy who's in a butt. Okay. I don't even know the word.
He's like, it's hard. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard. Y'all being friends, but this is a competition. Boy, ain't nobody came to see you, Otis.
Like, ugly self. No. He irritated me because I think what happened, he got a little big head and he got a little bit besides himself. And even when Mama Katina talked to him, he was very dismissive after the women left. And Jasmine, I felt bad for Jasmine because when Paige went into Jasmine's room and she told her, I'm leaving, I wrote that whole thing down, what Jasmine said. I did. I wrote it down and I read it in the review. And I was like, it was just nice to see somebody select themselves because I'm not being treated fairly. I'm being treated poorly and I see it. And that's what Paige clocked. Like, you're treating me poorly. So you think I'm going to sit here for this? And she was like, the only reason I stayed was on the sake of Jasmine. So Jasmine can get her guy. That's what she said. And Jasmine hugged her and was like, I don't know what to do, because Jasmine was struggling. But it wasn't that in that moment when she struggled. Jasmine struggled the day before when she told him, I need you to go talk to Paige.
Yes.
Don't let this sizzle. Don't let it fester. But go and talk to Paige. And he was just being a jerk. And you was just mad. Again, we have to start from A. You was mad because Lauren left. But why did Lauren leave? Because she caught you and Jasmine in the bed. And
she left up for that? Do you think she should have left?
Yes.
Oh, really? It's a competition though.
It is. But she was like, I think when Lauren came in, because she's older than the ladies, so she was like, it's just because for me, I believe that Lauren wanted to leave a long time ago.
Mm. I
Because
was. Oh, sorry.
I think what kept her around the ladies, she really enjoyed the ladies. Their house was really good with those ladies. They got along. I think what made things awkward was when Jasmine went in that room, and then when Lauren found out, that's when she started to feel guilty because
Mm-hmm.
everybody found out. I think she felt more
No,
embarrassed.
Jasmine felt guilty that next day before they
Yeah.
even found out.
Oh,
Because
did she? Was it? I thought they
oh
found
yes, it
out,
was
and then she
before she
felt
found out
okay.
because she went downstairs and they was like cooking breakfast and she was like kind of quiet and she actually commented and said
Mm-hmm.
something in the
Mm-hmm.
chat and she was
Mm-hmm.
like, yeah, just like just kind of make it not awkward or whatever. But yeah, he was in the room with her. I was like, girl, I was surprised because I was like, do you not think you're not gonna get caught like being like him in the room or whatever? And so I was kind of confused about like how they got caught in the room.
I
With
think it was production.
but no, the second time definitely was production. But
Okay.
the first time I thought it was gonna be something, but everybody was asleep though. But then I was
Mm.
like, why would you do it again? Because I'm like, you already didn't get caught, so then why would you do it again? And that's what I'm saying. The way that they had like her go to the room, like I was taking a shower, and then I was like, something sounds like it was like a setup, like
Yeah.
it sounded like it
It
was
was
kind
definitely a scheme that Todd set up.
of
Okay.
okay. I was like, something is set up for me right there. But then Lexi went home and she was like, I'm gonna choose myself. I'm gonna say something about that
Paige.
towards the end about
Oh,
the
you talking about Lexi, or are you talking about Paige?
no, I'm talking about like in the house, Lexi.
Oh, in Joshua's house.
I'm not talking about Lexi. I'm sorry. What's the girl?
Paige.
No, I'm not talking about. No, who left before?
Lauren.
Lauren. I'm sorry. I'm talking about Lauren. It's too many names. When Lauren left, Lauren, I don't like. I'm just like Lauren was like, oh, I was taking a shower and then I just hopped in the room. I was like, I feel like that was set up for production. But I was saying that I'm gonna say something at the end about Lauren saying she chose herself and Paige saying she chose herself. So just remind me at the end to say.
Do you think that they really hunched, or do you think that was just?
I was wondering, and the only reason why I say I don't know if I don't think they hunched is because they have to know that there's cameras in every room.
Yeah,
Like,
but she was extremely emotional. So why be extremely emotional if you did it?
emotional win.
Jasmine was extremely emotional.
Like when she got caught.
Or
Well, that
before she got caught, she was just crying and she was just sad. But when Lauren found out, that's when she really started crying. And Lauren was like, "It's a competition."
yes, the competition. I don't. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if they hunched because I'm like, you have to know there's cameras in there. I don't think they didn't cuddle or nothing like that. But I think that she was emotional probably because she got caught.
Mm-hmm.
But she like at the end of the day, let's call it a spade. Like she was being sneaky. So it's like, yeah, in her mind, she's like, I don't have to tell them. She was like, she was sad because Lauren was leaving because I'm like, I do think that they was cool. So she was trying to hide that she wasn't like messing with them, with him. So I think that's what was that. And so then I felt like she was like, well, dang, I think that she was emotional because she thought that she might have got sent home. That's what I think. I think that she thought that she was going to go home because at the end of the day, if that got back to Katina, baby, she'd been on the chopping block. Hi, ladies. I have a question. Are we on a episode or a season? Because the drama is feeling real scripted, lady. Reality life or reality TV girl talk? We're talking about a season from somebody's son.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so this is the whole season. That's why it's so long. But yeah, so that's what I felt like. I feel like she was kind of scared because she was like, dang, am I going to get sent home? Am I going to go home? Like, I feel like she was thinking something like that too.
Jasmine said that?
No, I'm feeling like I think that she might have thought, like,
okay.
am I going to go home? Am I going to get sent home? Because now I got caught. That's why.
I didn't know what was going to happen.
I was past them that they might have hunched, but I put it past in a sense because I'm like, there's cameras in there. So hey, I don't know. I don't know what's in the bathroom. I don't know what's going on. But That's what I feel about that. And then Lauren leaves, and then Paige thinks that she's gonna get sent home. So Paige is like, basically, I have to choose myself. And then she was just like, I gotta go home because I don't know if it's gonna be me or not. Excuse me. Do you think Paige should have sent herself home?
Yes. I mean, I felt like it because if he's treating you a certain way, not staying in a space that I'm being treated a certain way, and she was, and it was visible. And he even apologized. Well, I'm sorry, he apologized for, I want to say he apologized for getting caught with Paige. Oh, no. He addressed Paige about the situation. And it was like, Paige was like, you're asking me to show up in a way that you're not showing up. You're
Yes.
asking me to be emotional and you're not being emotional. You're asking me to be, touchy and you're not being touchy. So now there's a problem. And then I felt like Paige was going to be on the chopping block. Paige, if Lauren wouldn't have excused herself, Paige was next.
Yes, because he was like, you're not affectionate or something like that. She's like, I even try to be more affectionate to you. I try to be more affectionate to you. She was like, you, at the end of the day, you weren't interested in me because when I tried to be affectionate to you or something like that, she was like, you pulled away or something. I think I kind of remember that a little bit about that. So
they went on a date and he wanted her to pull out more. Okay. And then I tried to come comfort you and you just pushed me away.
Yes, comfort you when you was mad, and you. Oh, that's why she was like, because I tried to comfort you in another girl's bed.
She comfort her in everything she got. He was a F.
She felt disrespected. That's what it was. She felt disrespected and played. Yes, that's why she left. So Paige should have left, definitely.
I'm glad that he got what he got. I'm glad he just knew. He just knew. Because he gave Jasmine what he gave her, that she was going to choose him. She was like, I choose me, Lucius. I'm sorry.
Yeah, then when it got done, and so Paige left. And then, he was like, Jasmine, I want to, basically, would you like to continue? And she was like, no.
And she had no personality with it. She was just like, no, I'm good.
And he was looking dumbfounded. Like, the dude was looking dumbfounded when they said no.
And he was really mad because when Mama Katina talked to him, that irritated him even more. Because he had like an attitude. He was like very dismissive of everything she was saying.
Because she was telling him that he was wrong, right? He don't like that. Somebody told me, now clock this T, I don't know. Somebody told me that he didn't really like Paige because she reminded him of Mama Katina. But you clocked it when you said he should have brought the stepmama on. Now let's see what the stepmama looked like.
Yeah, if there is a stepmom, I'm pretty sure that his mama would have felt the way. I'm saying that from a standpoint of you have a mother and a son who seemed like he have mama issues. They don't know each other like that. So it would be easy for y'all to go on Ayanla and have her to fix whatever that is because they came in with the tension. And she was trying to figure him out while trying to select a lady for him. You cannot do that.
Yes.
Doing that.
I feel like, yes. Oh, what were you going to say? My bad. I mean,
I just feel like you trying to select all that. No, go to Ayanla, fix this relationship. And then he can bring on some auntie over with that daddy, one of the daddy's sisters. Listen, if they did it for Joshua and Mama Oma, they can do it for you. Okay, they could have made the allowance for him, but his mama being on there, she didn't know him. And everybody saw it. Like, it's not something I'm just saying. If you look at other reviews, you can very well see that these two people don't know each other like that. And they had issues.
People are doing a lot of reviews on somebody's son.
Yes, a couple of people that were doing the reviews. Like, everybody really liked somebody's son. The people, I was like, okay, for the views.
Okay. I was like, do you think they're going to have a season 2?
I hope so. I hope so, but I hope they go from city to city and not just stay in Houston, unless it's just a Houston-based show. I hope they go from city to city and see, how we just to travel to see how different people navigate. But
Mhm.
I just I appreciate the mom, that the mama omas of the world, that's cool. I'm not selecting for my personal benefit, but I'm selecting and I'm standing in for my nephew son, and I'm selecting for him. I appreciate the mama the mama Katinas of the world, because I may not know my son, but I'm gonna try and I'm gonna do the best I can. But we still cannot, we can't escape the fact that she let Miranda go, and that was personal. And then we gotta appreciate the mama. What's her name?
Charlize.
The mama Charlize's of the world, because she was overbearing and very problematic. And you have to learn, you learn how to navigate through that type of
Well,
stuff.
they say that was honest. Yeah, the Miranda. I was like, why did she let Miranda go? Because Miranda said maybe
That's
she wanted to stash.
it seemed personal. I don't know. It just seemed personal to me.
That man must might have had a stash. But that's all. Like, I don't know if they did the show for views, if they did it for like ratings or whatever. Because I'm like, I don't know if it's that successful. It was one couple out of three. So I was like, I don't know if they're gonna do it again. Um, but some of my takeaways from it, as we I guess kind of wrap it up with the thing, Chad, with Jasmine saying no, I was like, well, dang. So Chad is like a little salty on the thing or whatever. So I'm like, okay, so I want to know, like, what made Jasmine say no? Was it because you see how he treated them other women? That's another thing too. Like, you gotta look how men treat um other women, how he's being rude. You gotta look how people treat their mom or auntie. Like, I feel like Josh treated Mama Oma nice. Like, I don't feel like he got rude or like nasty with her too much.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
So you gotta see how they treat people, and then just seeing if they're just like a good person. Like, what are they family saying about them? What are they doing that? So I think that was kind of good overall to just see like how you can assess a man. Like, what do they think about women who have a high beauty routine or high maintenance? What are their jobs? What are their careers? What are they doing? If you are in this live, make sure you like it and tell us where you are watching from. Okay, and so I think that is some takeaways that you can learn. And also, what I was going to say earlier, from the Lawrence to the Pages to even Alicia, like, you have to choose yourself. And I think that that's really good for women to see, as single women
Mm-hmm.
who want to date and they want a man and stuff like that. But like, sometimes you have to choose yourself. If it is not working, if the chemistry is not there, if he's playing you, if you feel like he's not giving you what you need, you have to choose yourself. And I feel like that's a good lesson to show Black women now, especially because sometimes they don't choose themselves. And so I feel like that was a good thing to see.
Yep.
And then also just seeing like how like we literally got three different mamas. Like, so everybody's mom is going to be different. You can see which one you like, which one you don't like, which one you maybe can vibe with. And then just kind of knowing like this is apparent too, that the mama does have to like you low key, like to get in good graces with the son sometimes.
Do they really?
Yeah, they have to like you. To your point, they were picking women that they were picking women that they wanted them to be with.
I just want to say this to whoever mama out there. Listen, ma'am, if you don't like me, I am absolutely okay with that. I am 42. I don't have time. Either you like me or you don't, ma'am. Okay, it's not like I want to be the person to plug your life support back up. Okay. Oh,
See,
don't give me
and
a hard
these are
time.
just our opinions now. After
Oh,
after.
sorry.
No,
Dear
you're
mama.
fine. But I think so, and I think that is apparent if you look at the family dynamic and stuff like that. Like, some people don't really like their mother-in-law, some people do. So it's
Yeah.
all different things. But to your point, I do think maybe they should go in different cities or something like that, or have it where, because they do a lot of filming in LA and different things, or like have it where different people come from different cities. But I think the reason why they have it in the same city is because, like, if you do pick somebody, then you want to keep dating in that city. So
Yeah.
I can see that as well too. Yeah, that's really just how I feel about it. But I think it was a couple of cool lessons, a couple of things to just look, something to talk about in the group chat or whatever. But my friends don't really watch this show. But if y'all watch it, let us know in the comments. Make sure you let us know what your thoughts are, or who your favorite house was. Make sure you check out the interviews I did with Miranda and Shambrielle. Make sure you like this or whatever. And definitely thank y'all for listening. Definitely thank y'all for tuning in. Is there anything else you want to say about Somebody's Son?
Listen, if you have not watched my reviews, go around
Oh,
there,
yes.
go check the playlist, and go go watch my reviews. Okay, that's all.
Period. Watch her reviews and check out.
It was good.
Yeah, check out our other reviews that we've done. We've done Divorced Sisters. And I reviewed Never Ever Met's a little bit. We reviewed Never Ever Met's together, right? Or no? Just Divorced Sisters.
Family or Fiance.
Family or Fiance. That's what we did.
Just did that one episode.
Yeah, the one episode. And then yeah, they're coming back. I think, I don't know. They have all these episodes. But yeah, this was this Sunday Night Live one as well. It is my birthday month, so I probably won't be going live that much more in this month. No. So I will be kind of taking this month off. But next month, my podcast is coming back called Black Girls Den Podcast. So make sure you are subscribed if you have not subscribed. If you like these, subscribe, and we'll be back. Let us know like what other shows that you all watch if you made it to the end so that we can review them or kind of talk about them live more. Keywan is reviewing every show on
Woo! It's about 7 of them this week, so you know
y'all can go over there and check her out. You all can follow me on here in Black Girls Den Podcast on TikTok and Instagram, and like us on Facebook. Definitely appreciate y'all for listening and staying tuned with us. This has been great. Thank you, Keywan, for doing this with me. I really appreciate it. And yeah, we're just gonna have to do some more stuff in the fall. Like this is August summer break. Okay. Oh yes, I'm gonna come back, rewatch it. Yes, please rewatch it from the beginning. Thank you so much for tuning in.
My buddy. I love him.
You know him?
He follows me. Vibex. I love him.
Oh, okay, period. I was like, I don't know how he found us. But yeah,
I love him.
Yeah, check us out. And basically that's all I have. I don't have any more announcements, but if I do, make sure you check the tab, the post tab, because that's where we chatted up on there. And yeah, I will see y'all next time on another live. Bye. We are out of here.